So it has been a year. A year between the great woke escapade of 2019. And we'll see if people are buying any of these woke movies. So, movies like Captain Marvel, Booksmart, which again, according to Rotten Tomatoes, is so amazing, okay? So amazing, according, this is Rotten Tomatoes. This is why people don't use Rotten Tomatoes anymore. They'll give this garbage a 10 out of 10. You know, well, we all know why they're giving me a 10 out of 10. It's because because it's, yeah, that's the reason why. That's the reason why they're giving that movie 10s out of 10s. But is the movie actually selling? I agree with this one. Worst movie of the year, this decade, this millennium. I agree with John C. This guy, he stepped against the narrative and actually said Booksmart's horrible. Like me, he stepped against the movie critic narrative and said, "Oh, Booksmart isn't that great." You know, let's watch any other coming of age movie except for Cuties. Don't watch that. But we're gonna be looking at Blu-ray. We'll see the supposed woke movies. Let's see how well movies like Dark Phoenix are doing. How well Man in Black International is still doing a year from now. How well Captain Marvel is still doing. So this is the best-selling movies. This is the week of Black Friday because, like, you know, where went. Basically, they had all the movies on Black Friday sale, and we're going to see which we can't do it by release date, so we can't just say, oh yeah, look for movies in 2019. We have to go for a lot of movies that are already considered classics, but we're gonna go through the movies anyways. So we'll go in the road knows out the movies that came out the past 2 years. So 2018, 2019, and 2020 movies, essentially. And what we see if the audience is okay. 1917 is okay. I think most people know it's a classic among war movies already. It's not surprising that it's selling. You know, which the critics, the Twitter didn't like 1917 that much because it was too white for them. Yep, 1917 was too white for them, even though the movie was about British soldiers. Okay, British soldiers in World War One, but it was too racist. So 1917 is too unreasonable. Okay, next is Mission Impossible 4 that came out 2018, but that's a part of the Mission Impossible collection. John Wick 3. John Wick 3 is literally outselling all the movies of 2019. Besides 1917, it came out in 2019 as well, and The Irishman, which is a limited edition release date. It's a Criterion collection. So the second best-selling movie is John Wick in 1917. But John Wick in 1917 are not woke at all. The movies that essentially just wanted to make a good movie and it paid off that direction. John Wick 3 has very great legs on the Blu-ray sales charts. John Wick 3, massive sales. But yeah, John Wick as well. Next is Star Wars. Star Wars is on the list. I like how it says Carrie Fisher, but she's dead. She died before the movie even came out. I don't know why you're putting her name on it. Amazon. Maybe trying to trick people who like the original trilogy into buying it. I guess it's working for you, Amazon. Working for you. Because it says Carrie Fisher, even though the only time she appeared in the movie was actual reused footage from older movie, from The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens. Like, it was already made before she died. So we could go further down. Sonic. And the critics are saying how horrible this movie was. Because Sonic was so racist. Oh, yeah, he was so dumb. It's made for just babies. And it's outselling Captain Marvel. Sonic is still selling months afterwards. Captain Marvel just fell out. Nobody cares about Captain Marvel anymore. You see it when you go to the store, you see tons of copies of Captain Marvel just sitting around. Because no one wants Captain Marvel. No one wants Brie Larson and a wooden face. Heck, even The Rise of Skywalker is outselling Captain Marvel, which is hilarious. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker actually overperformed on Blu-ray. even though it had a pretty lackluster opening. It had better legs than Captain Marvel. Sonic just continues selling. It just continues selling. People continue buying this movie. I wouldn't be surprised if you got when we get to the Black Friday sales, it's like number 1 to like number 3 best selling movies on Black Friday. Best selling movies. Being out, all the Disney movies. Being out, probably being around John Wick and Star Wars. Because Star Wars came out in the beginning of 2020, and because there's no movies. But Sonic is probably going to be like Pikachu. It sold so well on Black Friday that, because everybody wants to see this movie, Sonic. Everybody wants to see this movie, and everybody say it's good, except for Twitter, which, they don't count because that's all they do is complain and cry and whine. It's outselling Birds of Prey as well, which was propped up by Twitter. Next is Pets 2, which is in a 2-movie collection, so The Grinch, it's only selling because it's a holiday movie, basically, The Grinch. The original version of The Grinch is actually like number 2. The original cartoon version, the Jim Carrey version, probably is somewhere on this list. For some reason, Birds of Prey is selling. I think the only reason it's selling is because it's very, very cheap. And there's like no movies, so people have like, oh, I want a new movie. Oh, there's like this weird. And I bet most people who like Harley Quinn are just gonna buy this anyways. Or the only people who really gonna buy Birds of Prey. Next is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is selling. It's not gonna sell as well as the Sonic movie on Blu-ray, but it's could probably be on like the top 20 list. As well, Venom. It just seems that the critics continue to lose with Venom. The movie is still selling. People are still buying this movie. The critics are acting like Venom was like the worst movie ever. They were acting like Venom was so horrible, but it's outselling all the movies that they propped up. It's outselling the movies that they propped up. Bill and Ted, that's a new movie as well. Mulan isn't on here, but Amazon doesn't track Disney movies on here, because you don't really see any Disney movies on here at all. Amazon doesn't really track Disney movies. I can go on Best Buy, or sorry, the best selling movies on that. Little Woman, no one's, surprisingly, people are buying Little Woman. Wonder Woman is outselling Captain Marvel again. Both the 4K and when we get to later on, the Blu-ray is outselling Captain Marvel as well. Midway, outselling Captain Marvel. But Midway is considered to be horrible by the critics. But Midway is outselling Little Woman, outselling all of the movies that were nominated for Best Picture besides 1917 and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Those are the only movies that it isn't outselling. But it just seems that the Oscars, they are meaningless now. The Oscars are meaningless. This movie continues to sell on Blu-ray, Midway. This movie continues to sell. Because everybody who watched this movie liked it, except for the critics. Because they're the critics and they don't understand that people can't have fun watching a movie. It's just like absolutely insane how low the critics... Like, they were predicting this movie would be like Last Place. And it ended up being outselling Last Christmas and Dr. Sleep. Which Dr. Sleep also flopped. And Last Christmas, they were hoping it would break records because it had the girl from Game of Thrones in it. Okay? And Midway outsold that movie at the box office. Of course, it's still underperformed, it's still because it opened at a very crowded weekend. And of course, Disney's monopoly came in and made it flop, a Frozen 2. All movies have to revolve around Disney and its schedule. Okay, so we have Jumanji: The Next Level. Not surprising that's selling. People love the first movie and people are going to buy the second movie. Fantastic Beasts: Flight of Grim, they're offering that for $4. I bet people are just buying that alone just because it has Johnny Depp in it, because people know that he'll never be in a movie, he's gonna basically be excommunicated from Hollywood, so people are gonna buy every movie he's in it, has in it, that's cheap. People are probably being like, oh, Johnny Depp's in it, I'll just buy it. That's probably why it's selling. Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. Even though that movie is completely horrible and completely dog shit, but apparently people are buying it. The Gentleman, I almost got it, but I didn't want to get it. Maybe next time, but I just didn't really care. This looked like another, I didn't really care for it. Spider-Man Far From Home is still selling. Okay? Outselling Endgame, outselling Captain Marvel. Maybe it's because Sony's doing better, is actually promoting the movie on Amazon, and Disney to like keep the movies like $20 on Amazon. They never decrease the prices. You know, Outlander season 5, Tenet, that's a new movie. So yeah, we can't really talk about Tenet because Tenet is coming out in December. So we can't really say, oh yeah, Tenet's selling really well, even though it's full price. Same thing with Mulan. Mulan released like a few weeks before Black Friday. Doolittle. This is just so hilarious. If you look at the Blu-ray sales, yeah, we can't wait till the actual Blu-ray sales comes out. But this movie outsold Little Woman, a movie that was not. If you look at, we'll go back to Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, we'll look to Little Woman. Okay, Little Woman. Okay. This movie was praised for being so amazing, so woke. You know, so woke. Okay, this is Little Woman. 95%. It's such an amazing movie. It got nominated for Best Picture. Okay? And let's just look up Doolittle. A movie that was considered a massive failure and a massive flop. Okay? Here, 14%. And also the same audience score as freaking Booksmart. As well, which, you know, the same audience score. But let's get the home video. Okay, no, not customer support. Okay, 2020, I'll go over the Blu-ray charts later. Here, Joker's still selling. That's good for Joker. Joker is going to be another big movie for Black Friday. Joker's probably sold out because I didn't see Joker on the list. I hate the numbers sometimes. I hate when they do that. You can't go look up the best of movies. So we have Knives Out. They haven't updated some movies like Zombieland Double Tap. You know, Onward. No one bought that. Onward. But this is Doolittle still. It's sold 845,000 copies. And how many copies did Little Woman sell? Only 443,000? So Doolittle sold 2 times the amount of copies of Little Woman. Despite the movie being nominated for Best Picture, despite Little Woman basically being propped up by the media and the critics, okay, you know, called a masterpiece, you know, because it had strong women in the movie, which is the reason why they liked it. Okay, also some other movies that outsold Little Woman, Rampage, you know, another movie that critics don't like. The Addams Family, the remake, but again, that's probably only selling because it's Halloween. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, a toxic movie according to the critics. Dr. Sleep also outsold it, despite making way less money. Downtown Abbey, Gemini Man. Even the freaking Secret Life of Pets, a 4-year-old movie, is outsold Little Woman. If you look at the best-selling movies here, you don't see Little Woman anywhere. No Oscar movies anywhere here, okay? Besides Joker. But again, everybody loved that movie, okay? You know, everybody loved Joker. So, of course, it sold well on Blu-ray. But here we go. Joker, Jumanji, 9/17, Sonic, Midway, Bad Boys for Life, Scoob. And even Scoob outsold Little Woman. Scoob even sold more copies than Doolittle. First of all, Scooby-Doo is a very recognizable character. So, yeah, people are going to be buying that as well. Because it has Scooby-Doo on the cover. And everybody recognizes Scooby-Doo. Even Birds of Prey outsold Little Woman as well. Even freaking Birds of Prey. And that movie is complete garbage, too. So, Evolve Ferrari outsold Little Woman. That also was nominated for Best Picture as well. So yeah, most of the best movies that were best pick were nominated for 2019 Best Picture were actually pretty solid picks. Like 9/17 Joker, but Little Woman and Booksmart, nobody cares about Little Woman. Nobody cares about Booksmart, okay? Doolittle. We have Knives Out as well. Knives Out wasn't as great as the critics made it out to be. I saw it. It was okay. Probably would see it once. Probably would never see it again. It wasn't that funny. It wasn't, the twist was still pretty good. But it wasn't really that. It was another comedy movie that wasn't really that funny. Detective Pikachu. 96. Okay? a movie, about Pokemon is still on the top list. you know, Aquaman. DC's outside Marvel bigly. Again, I'll go to Best Buy site afterwards, but we're gonna go to, comedy. And where's Booksmart? If we just scroll down through comedy, where's Booksmart? Man Back to National even shows up. Man Back to National even shows up, and that movie was horrible. Only selling based off name. The upside is outselling Booksmart. It's supposed, if you look at Rotten Tomatoes, they'll tell you that Booksmart's a great classic. It's one of the best movies of last year, but no one's buying it. How can it be one of the best movies of last year if nobody watches it? And people will try to argue. People will have, especially the top 10s will try to argue with me that Booksmart's this classic, okay? It isn't. Nobody watched it. Nobody cares about it, okay? And people are like, oh, it might be a sleeper hit. Well, Spider-Verse was a sleeper hit. Okay? And that movie became a classic. Anna's outselling Captain Marvel. That's hilarious right there. That Anna's another one of the biggest flops of 2019. That's outselling Captain Marvel. Anna made $40 million worldwide, and Captain Marvel made $1 billion. But more people are interested in Anna on Amazon, at least, than Captain Marvel. Zombieland, Dark Fate. Yeah, some of these movies are only selling based off the name alone. Dark Fate. Same thing with Birds of Prey. Oh, I see Harley Quinn on the cover. I'll buy it. Godzilla is too low, okay? Godzilla is too low, but it's still outselling Captain Marvel. Again, there's a lot of, classic holiday movies on here. Hunger Games collection as well. Man Back to National. Wonder Woman's outselling Captain Marvel. It's still outselling Captain Marvel. Wonder Woman's still outselling Captain Marvel. Absolutely ridiculous. Now let's go to Best Buy. So on Best Buy here, and these are the best-selling movies on Best Buy. I think these are the best-selling movies. It says best-selling. Joker's the #1 movie. Jumanji, Bloodshot, which is not on Amazon. X-Men Dark Phoenix, Watchmen. Okay, we're gonna see what Captain Marvel is. Gemini Man, John Wick. I don't know if they can go by. Oh, you can actually go by studio and genre, so we can go over comedy. John Wick, Birds of Prey, of course, that was also selling on Amazon. People are buying that garbage. It's called Robin Hood for $4. The 1 billionth Robin Hood remake that we didn't need. Doesn't really have anyone in it. I don't want Birds of Prey. Stop. I don't need that movie. Get it out of my face. Okay. So yeah, we have Blu-ray movies. With John Wick, Doctor Sleep. These are the best-selling movies on Amazon. Not on Amazon, Best Buy. These are the best-selling movies. 1917. Oh, there's Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel that we selling on there. $9.99. Well, no, $9.99. That's the point. They were offering it for $9.99 because no one was gonna buy it otherwise. Shazam. The real Captain Marvel. We all know he's the real Captain Marvel. Not the faker acted by Brie Larson. Okay, I don't think it will show you part 2. Yeah, it says 2, but nothing's really showing. Nothing new is really showing up. I just Google comedy, because Mulan's considered comedy. You gotta be kidding me. The Mulan remake. Okay, whatever they say, but we'll see a Booksmart selling on here. Some of these movies are not even comedies. Okay? Rogue One is considered a comedy according to Best Buy. They have even worse movies being called. Yeah, Rogue One's a sci-fi movie. It's not be put in comedy. Hellboy, that's not comedy. Batwoman, I don't know why that's being considered comedy. Us, that's being horror, not comedy. Absolutely ridiculous. Best Buy is just weird. But those were no horror movies being called comedies. So yeah, yeah, the same thing with the other one. I will go to two and no new movies actually show up. Okay, some of these are not even comedies. Like, are not even comedies. Like, actually, now there are showing mostly comedy movies. But Rogue One's not a comedy. Hustlers is not a comedy. The year's best movie. That's a big why. That's like the biggest why ever, besides Booksmart being considered also one of the best movies of the year. Anime. That best selling here. And yeah, it just seems that no one really cares about Captain Marvel. Especially on Amazon where no one is buying Captain Marvel there. Absolutely nobody. Again, most people who buy movies on Black Friday usually buy them from the store. Like, actually go out physically. And guess what? Captain Marvel, they had like 30 copies of Captain Marvel. Literally collecting dust. Because no one wants Captain Marvel. No one wants Booksmart. Booksmart is really just not even in the Black Friday section. It's just tucked away with all the other comedy movies that are going to sell away. Oh, this is just Universal Studios movies. That's basically it. Goodbye.